Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In General Hospital teasers for the next 2 weeks, April 21st to May 2nd, Kristina Davis will uncover a frightening discovery, while Cody is injured. Sonny prognosis will also be revealed, and Carly Spencer will blast Jason Morgan if he gets on her wrong side. Jen Sidwell will put in a good word for Marco Rios at Alexis Davis's legal office from April 21st to 25th. Not that his opinion is very important to her. When Sasha Gilmore Corbin tells Jason about her $250,000 deal with Sidwell, she will undoubtedly suffer criticism. Jordan Ashford, on the other hand, appears unwilling to let Isaiah Gannon persuade her out of their romantic split, even if it is just temporary owing to the Sidwell scenario. Next, Kai Taylor will have some crucial news for Drew Kane. So it appears he will formally accept Drew's offer and begin the cutting-edge process. Carly will also go up against an ally in the future episodes, so Nina Reeves may face betrayal. Speaking of betrayals, Carly will confront one when Jason attempts to assist Willow Corinthos. Willow will send an SOS to Jason, but Carly will later bash her BFF, possibly for making another attempt at peace. While Tracy Quartermaine makes an offer to someone, Lulu Spencer will discuss family matters with Dante Falconeri. There may be some concerns about Rocco Falconeri's stress level as a result of his grandparents, Sonny and Laura Collins. Brooklyn Quartermaine may also have some alarming events and clashes with Lulu later, so she may be concerned that Lulu would break her promise to tell Dante about his adopted son. Drew, on the other hand, will react to something Willow does in a way that surprises her. Will Drew blow his top over Willow and approach Jason for help? Regardless, Willow will experience a setback and may have second thoughts about the legal guardian agreement she signed. Back with Nina, she'll have no trouble going down in the muck. Nina is planning a devious move, so we'll see if she fights back against Carly, removes Drew's legal guardianship paperwork, or does something else. Cody is expected to be hurt and likely require medical attention. Will Molly Lansing Davis ensure Cody receives treatment at GH? Or will she treat him herself? In Los Angeles, Sonny will prepare for surgery as Carly waits nearby. Carly will soon receive updates on Sonny's prognosis, but will they be good or bad? There's a danger Sonny's treatment will fail, especially if Sidwell tries to sabotage it now that Natalia Ramirez has spoken out. It wouldn't take long for Sidwell to rummage around and discover the operation information. While Carly awaits word from Sonny's cardiologist, Kristina will react to a surprise back in Port Charles. Will Alexis admit to Ava Jerome's blackmail and reveal that it is happening as a result of Kristina's risky behavior? During the week of April 28th to May 2nd, Trina Robinson will sizzle with Kai, so these two should hit the sheets and make some future predictions. Trina will stay concerned about Kai's operation, but their friendship will remain strong. Lulu will also tell Dante she is still in love with him. Dante may not be surprised, given that Maxie Jones informed him Lulu intended to disclose her genuine sentiments before her coma occurred. While Dante reacts to Lulu's confession, Lucas Jones will strengthen his bond with Marco, despite any remaining Sidwell fears. General Hospital spoilers suggest the following 2 weeks will be exciting, so stay tuned. According to General Hospital spoilers and updates, Natalia Ramirez may be in big jeopardy after divulging Sonny Corinthos' secret to Jen Sidwell. Is there a danger that Sidwell may disrupt Sonny's heart surgery if Natalia learns of his plans? Sidwell is obviously targeting Sonny. Sidwell has clearly set his sights on Sonny. The only issue is how far he will go. We wouldn't be surprised if Sidwell tried to remove Sonny from existence during the next medical operation. Furthermore, the true culprit of the penthouse explosion has yet to be found, raising the probability that Sidwell was behind it. If this is true, Sidwell may be looking for another opportunity to assault and eliminate Sonny. Sidwell, with his immense money and numerous connections, has the wherewithal to carry out his objectives. Sidwell is extremely wealthy and quite dangerous. We're talking about a figure who could easily bribe or intimidate a member of Sonny's medical team, undermining the surgery in some way. The Cyrus Renaud tale highlighted how easy it was for someone to infiltrate and cause disruption. Cyrus used Digitalis to carry out multiple elimination schemes, so Sidwell could easily deploy someone to plan a similar operation against Sonny. However, this does not necessarily suggest that Sonny is doomed. Cyrus had some victims that survived, demonstrating that sometimes it's all about increasing the stress for dramatic effect. Sonny passing surgery with flying colors would be boring. It would be pretty dreary if Sonny traveled to Los Angeles for this eagerly awaited treatment and returned without incident. What's the point of Sonny's health scare if it was so simply resolved? Carly Spencer's presence in Los Angeles to support Sonny could be important. Carly may show signs of worry as a key twist in Sonny's story unfolds. The situation could take a drastic turn while Sonny is on the operating table. According to future spoilers, Sonny will be prepared for surgery on April 24th, and Carly will learn more about his health in the episode airing on April 25th. Things could take an unexpected turn for the worse. If Sidwell uses Natalia's information, he may discover the precise timing of the surgery and attempt to sabotage it. While Sonny is likely to escape any assassination attempt, he may fall into a coma if the GH writers decide to create some drama. This scenario could allow Sidwell to make risky moves while Sonny is away in Port Charles. Furthermore, Sidwell may opt to reveal Sonny's medical problem, leaving his opponents primed to grab control of his area. Ultimately, information is power, and Sidwell has just acquired an advantage owing to Natalia's irresponsible conversation. Fans should brace themselves for unforeseen occurrences as Sidwell's competition with Sonny heats up, so stay tuned. Ava and Rick spoke on the phone while she waited for Alexis to arrive to the gallery with her money. Rick hung up when Dante entered the room, which alarmed Ava. She then heard footsteps and assumed it was Alexis, but it was Trina. Ava could sense Trina wanted to speak, so she sat her young buddy down. Ava was astonished to learn that Drew had told Kai about an experimental operation that could allow him to play football again. Kai is risking his health or maybe even his life, Trina told me. Ava assured Trina that Portia would be able to reach Kai, but Trina was skeptical. Ava then tried to be positive, assuring Trina that the surgery could be successful. Ultimately, Trina, you have to respect his right to make this choice for himself, she said. Later, Trina visited Kai at the surf lodge, where he informed her that he was going to have the operation despite Portia's advice. After considerable persuasion, Trina agreed to help Kai. Molly discovered Kristina in the hospital hallways. Molly was delighted that Kristina wanted to accompany her on her visit to Rick. I want to put all the animosity for your dad and Ava behind me, she added. When they entered Rick's room, they were surprised to see Dante. Kristina tried to remain calm as Dante asked to meet with her in the hallway. Dante and Kristina talked about Sonny's illness before a curious Kristina asked her brother a question. What is a detective doing investigating a car accident? Dante asked. He explained that he wasn't there in a professional capacity, but was simply looking in on his uncle. Back in Rick's room, the father and daughter caught up. They exchanged light talk, but Rick was nervous. Molly was glad Dante had stopped over, but Rick wanted to chat about Kristina and how the accident appeared to bring them closer together. Alexis arrived at work to find Diane on the phone, discussing Kristina's case. After Diane had hung up, Alexis placed the folded commitment papers on her desk and stated that she could not sign them. Kristina severely injured 2 people while attempting to kill a third. We have no choice but to commit her, Diane told me. Diane reiterated that committing Kristina now would allow her to utilize an insanity defense if the police learned that Kristina had cut the brakes on Rick's car. I didn't sign it. I don't intend to. Delete it. Shred it. Burn it. Alexis stated of the paperwork. What good would it do to protect my daughter if I destroy her in the process? She complained. Alexis revealed that she had changed her mind after a Davis girls' dinner the night before. I know that Kristina needs the love and support of her family, and if I send her away it will shatter her trust in me, Alexis told me. She didn't want to be the one who ended Molly and Kristina's relationship permanently. If I commit Kristina, Molly will want to know why. If she finds out that Kristina tried to kill her father, they're done, and then I lose what's left of my family, Alexis said me. Diane pointed out that Molly would find out even if there was a police probe. Wouldn't it be better if she heard it from you? Diane inquired. Alexis believed that covering up was the only way to deal with the situation. Right on cue, she received a text from Ava telling her not to arrive late. Diane cautioned Alexis that covering up Kristina's actions would have terrible implications. That didn't matter to Alexis, who went to Ava's gallery to inform her that the Cassadine funds had been transferred to a Swiss bank account. Ava sadly informed Alexis that her fee had increased. "My divorce settlement is a great start, but that's not all I want," she stated. As Alexis attempted to leave, Ava warned her, "Keep a leash on that daughter of yours, or the price for my silence just might skyrocket." Chase and Lois caught up inside the Q solarium. Chase told Lois he was delighted she was returning, which relieved her. "Honestly, Chase, I never thought you'd want to see me again," she told me. Chase admitted that Lois was not an easy person to be angry at. Lois apologized to Chase for asking Brooklyn to keep her baby's secret, as well as her baby daddy's secret. Chase said he couldn't stay angry at Brooklyn over a decision she made as a teenager, and that telling Dante was Brooklyn's choice, not his. Lois was relieved to hear that Chase would respect Brooklyn's decisions. Lois told Chase how Brooklyn had always prioritized her child, but then lied when she said she was confident that the nuns would find the perfect adoptive parents for Brooklyn's boy. "I choose to believe that my grandchild is healthy and loved," she told me. Brooklyn was in wonder as she watched Gio play his violin outside the Q boathouse. "You always give it everything you got even when you're just playing for the ducks," she told me. When Gio stopped playing, she informed him that she needed his assistance and invited him to perform at the nurses' ball. Gio feared that a violin solo wouldn't be appropriate for the nurses' ball. "Classical music for the wrong audience puts people right to sleep," Gio said with a laugh. Brooklyn persuaded Gio to perform. Later, Brooklyn persuaded Chase to perform. The show was coming together. Lucky pushed Elizabeth into her front door, where she was astonished to find Aiden, Laura, and Lulu waiting for her. Liz was relieved to learn that Lucky had spent time with Aiden while she was ill. She was surprised when Amy arrived as her home nurse, who would be with her 8 hours a day. Aiden proclaimed Amy, too much very immediately. When Laura and Liz had some alone time, Liz expressed her gratitude to her former mother-in-law for Lucky's assistance. Laura then spoke to Lucky in the kitchen. She could feel Lucky was hiding something from her. Laura advised Lucky to express how he felt for Liz. Aiden, Lucky, and Lulu eventually agreed that Amy was driving them mad, so Lulu recommended that Lucky move in to care for Elizabeth. Emma startled Jocelyn by sitting down with her at the surf lodge. They talked briefly about schoolwork before Jocelyn had to dash to her environmental physics class. When the girls returned to the surf lodge after class, they came across Professor Dalton. Jocelyn intervened and introduced herself while he was singing Emma's praises, which annoyed Emma. Dalton returned his focus to Emma and suggested she apply to be his summer research assistant. Emma was happy to be picked out, but Jocelyn was concerned because landing that position was part of her WSB assignment. General Hospital spoilers and updates reveal that Portia Robinson is determined to put an end to Drew Kane's extortion methods. To do so, she is looking through his medical history for damaging material. Portia could be onto something with her desperate measures. Portia is feeling overwhelmed since Drew is wreaking havoc in her life. Brad Cooper contacted Selena Wu, who subsequently informed Drew, and the congressman now knows that Portia changed Heather Weber's test results. This puts Portia at risk of losing her medical license owing to blackmail, incurring prison time, and compromising her marriage to Curtis Ashford, despite having previously confessed to him. Portia recently told Ava Jerome that she is researching Drew's medical records in the hopes of obtaining evidence to use against him, but Ava urged her to be cautious. However, Portia could be on to something significant. She might find a terrible secret from Drew's background that could imperil his position. Drew's dark background of mind control. Drew Kane's conduct is getting more unpredictable, leaving Portia eager for a solution. She feels the answer to her problems can be found in the medical records. Drew has had weird health difficulties since Jason Morgan's twin was introduced. One reoccurring problem, especially when Cameron Matheson took up the role, is mind control. This problem has developed in 2 stages, the second of which is extremely upsetting. It bears striking similarities to the classic film The Manchurian Candidate, particularly in its relationship to Drew's plotline on GH. For those unfamiliar with the film, it is set during the Korean War. What is The Manchurian Candidate about? An American soldier was brainwashed by hostile forces, becoming a sleeper agent in an assassination plan against a presidential contender. This strategy attempted to assist the bad guys in seizing control of the U.S. government, with the soldier activated by a playing card, presumably the Queen of Hearts. Interestingly, Drew's biography closely reflects this tale, since fans may recall that he has suffered mind control in two different ways. Initially, Helena Cassadine inserted a microchip in Drew's brain, allowing her to manipulate him. This happened before he was presented as Jake Doe, and Helena planned to deploy him as a personal assassin. Helena initially wanted Jason, but Drew's memory swap didn't take. She originally preferred his twin brother Jason, but he suffered major brain damage as a result of a vehicle accident caused by A.J. Quartermain while driving under the influence. As a result, Helena discovered his twin Andrew Kane and placed a microchip in his head to control him. While Andrew lacked many of his own memories, he inherited Jason's. Later, Dr. Patrick Drake removed the microchip with the assistance of Dr. Robin Scorpio Drake, mistaking him for Jason due to their similar appearances. This procedure should be mentioned in Drew's medical records at GH. It was later discovered that he had a deeper layer of psychological programming. When Drew was kidnapped once more by the Cassadines, Peter August brainwashed him. Caesar Faison's son, Henrik Faison or Peter August, had utilized Drew as a clandestine hitman until Cameron Matheson took over the duty. Drew was activated with a tarot card rather than a playing card, as in the Manchurian Candidate. Peter held Drew in prison for 2 years, while everyone assumed he had died in an aircraft crash. During that period, Peter may have used Drew to carry out kidnappings and murders, and Drew had no recollection of them afterwards. This begs the question of whether Congressman Drew could still be a mind-controlled assassin. Drew was never officially deprogrammed. Drew was never deprogrammed from this additional layer of brainwashing after Jason sacrificed himself to save him, despite the fact that they had found out the tarot card activation. Jason turned Drew off before he became stuck in a tunnel on Cassadine Island and was presumed dead for the second time. Drew returned to Port Charles after being rescued by Jason, concerned about the potential of being revived. All he needed was the correct tarot card and activation phrase. Victor Cassadine attempted to activate Drew's mind control, but they outwitted him by handing him the incorrect tarot card. Thus it failed. Peter never revealed the vital knowledge with him. Portia and Curtis need to compare notes, and she needs to tell him her medical record plan. Portia is looking into Drew's medical records, which could disclose some critical information. While the second programming may not be documented, the microchip brain surgery should be. Curtis Ashford is also aware of the second layer, because Drew shared it with him after he returned from the dead. Curtis is aware of everything, including the memory mapping and the activities of Peter and Victor. If Portia brings up the microchip with Curtis, he may notify her of the other programming. Drew was never deprogrammed, therefore he remains an active assassin, ready to be triggered for malicious intentions. That is not an ideal situation for a member of Congress, is it? A scandal that could ruin Drew's political career. Just so you know, Jason is aware of the particular tarot cards and code phrases that can turn Drew on and off. His sibling told him everything, and Jason witnessed it firsthand while they were stuck together in Greece. Drew became quite unstable and dangerous at one point, so Jason used a card and a code phrase to calm him down. If Portia discovers this information, she may share it with an untrustworthy source at a gossip magazine, ensuring that it does not reach Aurora. If it is revealed that Drew is an assassin with a history of violent amnesia, his reputation would suffer greatly, and he will most likely be removed from Congress. General Hospital's Maurice Benard is just not into Sonny Corinthos anymore. The actor, well known for his role as Sonny Corinthos on the hit ABC soap, devotes more of his time to promoting his State of Mind YouTube show than to the show he has been on for the past 4 decades. Many people have speculated that Maurice is trying to get out of his contract, because all he seems to talk about on his social media accounts is mental health awareness. In fact, many General Hospital watchers have noticed that when his character was speaking to Ava in the most recent episode of the soap, the actor was simply reading from his cue cards without looking at his co-star. Of course, this has led many people to wonder, what's going on? Has Maurice thrown in the towel? After all, Maurice has already stated that he is seriously considering retiring in the coming years to focus on other aspects of his life, such as his family and his YouTube series, State of Mind. General Hospital News. What's the deal with Maurice Benard? In addition, he appeared to be confusing followers about his retirement plans. No one knows whether he wants to stay or depart. That's because he's been delivering various messages regarding the situation to his admirers online. However, Maurice has intimated that he would like to spend more time at home with his family. He's a proud father and grandfather, and he expresses his affection for his family on social media. So far, Maurice has not responded to the criticism he has received, and it is doubtful that he will. Sonny explained that he overheard Rocco say he didn't want Sonny to attend the debate for Laura's sake. Carly understood and offered some counsel to Sonny. "If you really want to help Laura, you need to get out of her way," she said. Sonny was startled when Carly persuaded him not to contest the referendum. "Don't try to convince people to vote no and don't challenge it in court if it wins," Carly declared. Sonny was terrified by the concept, but Carly wasn't concerned. "It's not going to destroy you to give up the peers, and you can afford to let Laura win this," she ended by saying. Sonny didn't care since he didn't want his adversaries to believe he was weak. He couldn't simply let it go. Carly worried if fighting the referendum and losing would make Sonny appear weaker than not fighting at all. Sonny stated it was a gamble he had to take, but he didn't expect to lose. Carly thought the adversaries and weaknesses Sonny had been talking about for years were just an excuse, but Sonny disagreed. "If it were, our son wouldn't be in a burn unit on the other side of the world, and I wouldn't be booking a doctor's appointment across the country," he continued, making it seem like a joke. Sonny finally revealed he had a cardiac problem that required surgery. Carly was upset that she had been left out of the loop, especially because Natalia was already in it. He then told Carly that Natalia had been married to Sidwell. Carly still wanted to talk about Sonny's heart, and insisted on accompanying him to Los Angeles for the surgery. At JH, Isaiah inspected Joss' ankle and recommended her to avoid it. He could see she had a sprain weeks earlier, which she worsened again a few days later. Jocelyn told a few lies to explain how her injuries occurred, while Isaiah recommended physical therapy. Anna escorted Emma to the hospital, so she could begin her first day of community service with Felicia as her guide. Emma began her service time with art therapy and later ran with Jocelyn, who was dressed the part with art in her hair and clothing. Jocelyn was impressed that Emma had the time to volunteer, so Emma explained that she was doing it because she had been sentenced to community service for her actions at the Q tomb. Jocelyn was likewise pleased by Emma's actions in the crypt, but was surprised to find that she had priors. "Not everyone has a billionaire daddy who could bail them out of trouble, Joss," Emma muttered as she walked away. Joss then noticed Professor Dalton exiting the elevator with a suspicious-looking briefcase, so she followed him and observed him enter a lab reserved for approved persons only. She followed him when he departed. Felicia spoke in Anna about Mac's fear about Laura's referendum during their alone time. Felicia was also concerned about Anna's career and questioned why Assistant District Attorney Turner was targeting the police commissioner. Anna explained that Turner believed Anna was covering for Jason and giving him preferential treatment. "Well, you wouldn't cover for Jason, but you do give him special treatment," she said. Felicia only wanted Anna to remain quiet while Robert was away. They needed to ensure Laura remained mayor. Sasha marveled at seeing her baby on a screen at her most recent ultrasound. Jason joined her on this one. They later enthused about the modest black and white images. Jason was worried about Sasha's birth plan and wanted to ensure she had one in place, which she did. However, Sasha was perplexed when Jason asked to email one of the photos to Michael. Sasha was concerned that emailing Michael each ultrasound image would give the wrong impression, but Jason disagreed. "He understands that you want to raise the baby on your own," Jason stated. He hoped that seeing Sasha and the baby happy and healthy would help Michael recuperate, but he understood if Sasha did not want him to transmit the picture. When Sasha returned home, Olivia inquired as to how long she intended to take maternity leave. Sasha didn't even know how that would work. "Wouldn't it be awkward for me to live here for a few months and not be your cook?" Sasha was thinking about it. Olivia argued that Sasha was family, therefore everything would be great. Sasha was flattered by Olivia's comments, but she had a question. "Do you consider me family because my baby is a Quartermain?" she was wondering. Olivia insisted it wasn't like that. She stated how she felt out of place when she married Ned, and Tracy did not even attend their wedding. Tracy then gave Olivia a beautiful card welcoming her and Leo to the family. Olivia has had the note in her purse for 8 years. The Quartermains can be annoying and picky and downright cruel, but if they choose you, it's because you earned it. We may be dysfunctional, but we damn well take care of our own. Whether you like it or not, Sasha, you're one of our own now, Olivia told me. When Jason arrived home, he wanted to meet with Sasha alone and ask why she had sold out to Sidwell. If we've learned anything from this soap diva over the years, it's that she doesn't hold back. Laura Wright, well known for her role as Carly Corinthos on the iconic ABC soap, appears to have responded to a viewer who was dissatisfied with one of her most recent interviews. Continue reading below for everything you need to know. Laura Wright from General Hospital once got nasty with a fan. Was Laura Wright conducting too many interviews? Some reviewers cannot not but wonder. In a curious move in 2024, one admirer remarked on X, "Who is she controlling and how? This is so disgusting with LW all of the time. Give us a break." Of course, Laura didn't take long to explain why she had conducted the interview she did. She said, "Let me explain this to you and anyone else who appears to be having problems. I did one interview and they asked me many questions, and then they divided it into separate interviews. I am genuinely sorry that it appears to have offended you so much." And in case some of her fans still didn't get it, Laura added, "For those who appear to be offended or bothered by my recent interviews, I did the interview because I love GH and am delighted to promote our program." Zoxox. Isn't that fair enough? So far, Laura has made no further comments regarding the situation, but let's hope she continues to do what she loves, which is promote the show she enjoys. Life can't get any better than this, right? General Hospital spoilers indicate that the nurses' ball is just around the corner, and Port Charles is buzzing with excitement, but for Brooke Lynn Quartermain and Giovanni Gio Palmieri, the glitz and glamour may take a backseat to a life-changing revelation. As they work together to prepare Joe's show-stopping performance, their irresistible chemistry ignites more than just creative magic. Unbeknownst to them, Gio is the son Brooke Lynn abandoned for adoption years ago, a long-buried secret. Lois Cerullo's shame may drive her to reveal the truth as she watches their relationship develop. Will the nurses' ball include a heart-wrenching family reunion, or will this surprise remain concealed among the festivities? General Hospital spoilers. A creative bond ignites. Brooke Lynn and Gio will be putting their emotions into his nurses' ball performance, and their late-night practices will undoubtedly build a bond that feels nearly familial. Questionable recommendation. Sidwell is currently visiting Alexis Davis and making a risky remark about his kid, Marco Rios. He lavishes praise on Marco, saying that Alexis would be making a mistake if she did not hire him. However, Alexis and Diane Miller had already placed Marco's job offer on hold after realizing Sidwell was his father. Despite Marco's parents' claim to be divorced, this discovery has created concerns about the entire family. Natalia Ramirez's character is also questioned by those who know her. More suspicions from Lucas. Lucas Jones is also skeptical as he confronts Marco, asking him if he was aware of Lucas' identity and location in Port Charles. The discovery that Sidwell is Lucas' father adds a new depth to their relationship, confirming Lucas' suspicions. Lucas is fairly estranged from both the Corinthos and Jerome families, especially since his sister Carly Spencer has been divorced from Sonny Corinthos for many years. Sidwell is gradually becoming recognized as simply another mob player aiming for Sonny's domain. Despite Lucas' few connections with Sonny these days, he is still considered a member of the family. Lucas feels Marco has hidden reasons related to his father's interests. Carly is insistent. In Carly's kitchen, she and Sonny are discussing his forthcoming heart surgery, which he told her about in Friday's episode. Carly has taken the initiative to help her ex-partner, and the father of several of her children, by offering to accompany him to California for the procedure. Sonny appears to have discussed another concept with her, and she believes it is a great idea that will be successful. He appears to be discussing his operation, and she is determined to convince him to go ahead with it, despite his reservations about being viewed as weak. General Hospital specs. Gio switched at birth. Brooke Lynn shocked. It has been speculated that despite all of Lois' efforts to keep Gio nearby and with the family, he may not even be a member of the family in the first place. That is because there is a possibility that he was switched at birth and is not even Brooke Lynn's child. Talk about a plot twist. The internet certainly had a lot to say about the situation. Some admirers even said, if Chase's infertility is due to a sickness or whatever, I would love for this child to be his. It's the only flipped adoption situation that makes me want to have another switch situation. What are the PC people going to do to Lois if someone doesn't tell them their family tree? Marco/Natalia? Another admirer added. The twist would be that Brooklyn has been lying all this time about who the father is. She had intercourse with a random guy at camp, possibly to make Dante jealous, and ended up pregnant. Goes home and lies about who his father is. General Hospital specifications. What's next for Gio? What if Cody had sex with Brooklyn while claiming to be Dante? The actor who plays Gio resembles the actor who plays Cody. There was also the following comment. That is the vibe I'm getting. What if it turns out that Lulu had Gio but doesn't remember? It's possible given GH. Maybe decided to replicate Erica's abortion and have Gio be the child Lulu aborted from Dylan that some insane doctor snatched for some reason and ended up in Bensonhurst. Well, I'm not particularly in favor of the idea, but I'd love to see people's skulls explode while kvetching about it.